With over 600 performances by 83 artists, the Vancouver Fringe Festival, now in its 26th year, has something for everyone. If you can't satisfy your entertainment craving here, you must be a sippy cup.
The dinosaur died. They were completely wiped out. They began to disintegrate, but God reached down from the sky. Instant replay.
This is the 26th year, I understand, of the Vancouver Fringe Festival. Give us a kind of big picture.
Well, really big picture is started in 1947 in Edinburgh. That's when the idea of Fringe was born, the idea of groups just performing at a festival that they weren't invited to. So that's when the idea came about. 1982, Edmonton started North America's first Fringe Festival, now the North America's largest Fringe Festival. And we started in 1985 with the second oldest Fringe Festival in Canada.
And as a participant, last year I was in a play here at the Fringe Festival, and it was an absolute blast, and it was a real great opportunity for me and fellow performers to get on stage and get a new and unique audience. Is that what's most important and why it needs to keep going?
Yeah, really what we do is we try and give people an opportunity to step on the stage and try it out. So it's a real mix of amateurs, professionals, but it's about that spirit of opportunity, experimentation, and then same thing for the audience. They get to experiment and try something new that they might not have had a chance to see before.
So what are the things that in your mind that are highlighting this year's versus the other ones that you've been involved with?
Well, you can't see it right now because it's raining, but when it's not raining, we have a wonderful little courtyard that's lit up with Christmas lights. We've got an outdoor stage. It's fully programmed every night with live local bands. Really super atmosphere, just unreal. This year we have a huge amount of bring your own venues. That's what we call the groups that perform outside of the main stage theaters. I don't mean outside like right outside, but so they have a what we call a site-specific show. Adds a huge amount of flavor. There's a couple on fire escapes, things like that.
Now, obviously with attendance up, it's quite obvious that Vancouverites and people from the Lower Mainland want to have this happen. Now, you guys are facing some serious budget cuts from the government. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, sure. The biggest cut we'll see is $70,000 from the gaming fund, which we're no longer eligible for. So that's good. That's going to really hit hard in the future. It's not this year, but after next year, we'll have to start dealing with it. So we're dealing with it already. We're preparing, we're fundraising, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to manage without that money, because it's about the same amount that it costs us to rent and staff our venues during the festival.
If music's what you're after, the Fringe Festival has some of that too. Let's go see Movin' Melvin Brown. This guy has been singing and dancing since kindergarten, and that was the 40s.
Every time I think about my pretty baby, something moves within my heart. So every time I think about my pretty baby, something moves within my heart.
I'm here with Melvin Brown, whose show A Man, A Magic, A Music is absolutely fantastic. A one-man show. You should definitely look into it if you can. You have been doing this a long time. In fact, you were Pick of the Fringe back in 2008.
Yeah. We got here late in 2008 because we had some problems with the passport, the borders and stuff. And in spite of having only 5 shows, we were Pick of the Fringe. So I thought, I'd bring the show back again so people could actually see it. A lot of people didn't get to see it. And a lot of people come this time and they said, "Oh, I saw it the last time, I wanted to see it again."
In your show, you talk about, you kind of do the chronology basically from when you were in kindergarten and you first started dancing when you didn't even know if you could dance, and have been doing it ever since. And as we just talked, you haven't lost that passion yet.
No, it's still there. I mean, singing and dancing is what I like. It's what I do, It's my calling. And like I said, when the first day of kindergarten, the teacher says, "Can anybody dance?" I thought, what kind of question is that? Because I thought everybody danced, because where I come from, everybody danced. So she says, "Can anybody dance?" Like, I can do that, yeah.
Come on and play.
refreshing. Now we're going to go check out Micro Theater, which is a new format to the Fringe Festival. Apparently it's 15 minutes long, and that is it. The one we're going to go see, Value Village. Should be affordable. Here in the Anderson Street space.
That's right.
And with Jan Derbyshire, and we just watched one of your performances. Tell us a little bit of Micro Theater. I was expecting very small people.
Yeah, well, we tried to get the small people, and that didn't work out. So we thought, well, let's go with the small space. You know, budget cuts. It's all we could do. So micro just means a small space and smaller pieces, and a place to experiment with those ideas, smaller stories, and a smaller number of audience members.
So this one we just saw was Value Village, and is this really great? You can just show the bag stuff. You got all these random things. So this is essentially, you don't know what's going to be in this bag. This is improvisational. Every time it's a little bit different for you.
That's right. Yep.
Exciting?
It's very exciting. What happens is there's 5 different rooms: a waiting room, a courtroom, a rubber room, a classroom, and a boardroom. So I know the room before the show. We get set up before, and then I get the bag as soon as the show starts. So then the object is to try and tell a story or create an experience bouncing off whatever people are here in whatever room I'm in.
Well, that wraps our visit to the 2010 Vancouver Fringe Festival. If you didn't see anything this year, then definitely mark it in your calendar for next. You can find all the information at vancouverfringe.com. I'm Brian Calvert for City Lights on Novus TV.